Due to the simple fact, I guess I pissed off some people on TikTok. But I keep hearing the one song that I'm hearing right now is from Monica. I will cross the ocean for you. I will come bring you the moon and the stars. Promise me, for you, I will. For somebody, someone said, for you, I will. Also, I'm hearing, for those that was getting mad and upset because it's like at the same time, I'm having to come to acceptance. Like I said, it's been hard, it's difficult, and it's not like I'm not going to stop saying it because the heart want what the heart wants, and when the heart and mind, use your heart and not your mind. That was my song from SWV. I remember just singing that song and writing it when I was about 12 years old, and when I had looked at that situation, it was just like, and I have to be honest with myself, I love that man, still do, but I will not tolerate the behavior, the abuse, spiritually, physically, intellectually, because that was like, it's like, what? And then the audacity to try to have me in my head, like, I see what you're doing, but I see you. You know what I'm saying? That man, regardless of what it is, he could be laying next to the next man, next woman, whoever the fuck it is. But you want to know what? I know for a fucking fact, if I went on ahead and opened that door and said, you know what, come on in, he gonna be running. You hear what I'm saying? But it's like, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, why would I give a person a chance? And it hurts my heart because it's not broken, baby. But you had your whole family go against me. Like, they went hard in the paint about this. Okay, baby, they was looking to justify every which way about this. Ain't nobody questioning how that person brought that money in. Ain't nobody questioning nothing. They were okay taking from me. They were okay doing that. And granted, in the defense of all this shit, and with what they were already paid to do from, my ex-husband's folks and stuff like that, and then you to get the bonus with my family and stuff like that, shit, a win is a win, shit. Anybody would want to hit that type of lick, right? So it's like I understood the whole situation, but what I could not understand as a man, why couldn't you just say that? Like, the only thing I ever really needed and wanted from him to do, just say it. Say the truth. Look, tell the truth, shame the devil, baby. And him speaking that truth to me would have set him free from whatever the fuck was like crawling and eating at him. All he had to do was tell me the truth, nothing but the truth, so help him God. That was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Tell me the truth, even if you ain't gonna tell nobody else the truth. The same thing I did with him, I did with anybody ever. Just tell the truth. That's it. I don't care. But what you choose to do, I wanted that release to be at least peaceful. Because the closure wasn't for me. I'm having to give myself closure in a lot of situations that is so detrimental to a point where I know wouldn't nobody be able to handle that. And I'm like, it's okay, baby. And it was like all these people, and it's like I had to think like, sir, even though you the last man that I would ever deal with ever again for a long time, baby, because I'm in recovery. I don't care. We could be cool. Don't call yourself a friend. We could be cool, but I don't do that friend stuff. But it's like the fact that not only that, it's just like I can't, and I won't. Let me take that back because can't is not allowed in my vocabulary. Okay, I will not, and I refuse to deal with anyone that, if you know that your past was chaotic, you was in trouble, you had drama, you had hell, you messing with this person, that person, this person, and you didn't do no closure. Oh, baby, that's bringing drama and smoke to my door. I don't do that. Because I'm the one that's going to shut it down. Whether you choose to, I'm going to shut it down, but I'm shutting you down and everybody there. And I know everybody now is like, damn, lesson learned. I learned my lesson. It's just some people you can do that too, but it's not that one. I'm not that one, boss. Because what you thinking is like, oh, they gullible. They don't know what's going on. It's somebody like, That motherfucker knew the whole time. So are you playing with me or are you not playing with me? I'm just trying to figure. No, now it's time for you to figure out. Because now it's like I went there. Are you playing with me? Were you not playing with me? Now you know how that feels, and that feeling is not nice, is it? But in this instant, it's like I would not ever play with anyone's feelings. I can only respect a person to sit there, tell me straight up, tell me what it is, and tell me what it's not. So I know how to deal with you and handle you. And this is like you know how people be like, they lying. But my story has been very consistent. It's been very consistent. Adding in more and more and more and more as we go along. But it's like, we're going to do this in the background. But are you telling me this though? And then it's like, the worst thing that I used to tell a person, whoever dated me, the worst thing you could ever do whenever dating me, lie, crossing me, or having me find out something about you, about what you did, what you said, or anything from someone else other than you. That's the worst thing. And then second, if I ever have to go find what it is that you did and you still don't admit it, that's the worst thing you could ever do to me. Because it's like, I'm very honest, I'm super transparent, I'm an open book, and I don't even like, I feel like if there was a man that I would have gave a chance ever, I feel like it's a man that will probably be sitting there so enamored, but you don't want anything. It's like, what do you give a woman who has everything but doesn't really want anything? What do you give that type of woman? Has everything but doesn't really want anything. And I'll be the first one that's like, yeah, I'm high maintenance. I like quality over quantity. So, of course, you know, if I feel like I want a new, I'm not all into all the high end, but I've always been like Coach. I love Coach. So it's like, if I'm into that, I'm going to make it my business like, hey, I'm going to put money away because that's what I want. I don't believe in making a man do those things that I want because it's my want. Wants are compromising, needs is non-negotiable. What I need is reciprocation. What I need is respect. What I need is love. What I need is someone to support me. What I need is someone to have my back. What I need is a protector because shit, I ain't gonna hold you. Your girl tired of having to protect herself because baby, I'm done turned into a whole she thug around here. Do you hear me? Baby Joker and all them motherfuckers shit. 3-6 Mafia or the damn M16, M13 ain't got shit on me because it's like shit, I done had to turn it into a whole she. And it's like, goddamn it. I can see how you'd be like, are you a man or are you a woman? I don't know. I feel like I'm in between at this point because depending on the circumstances or the situation, I have to turn it to my own man sometimes. And it get a little bit gyrating, you know what I'm saying? I have to get on my jive real quick. I have to slide you some skin, you hear me? But then it's like, hey, ain't no thing but a chicken wing around her, you hear me? But then it's like at the same time, it's just like, if I'm asking you in that moment, tell me in that moment. Don't make me wait. Don't think I'm on your time because when people got to understand when you betray certain people, you're no longer on your time. You don't get that time where they can wait because they still like me. They still, no. That can work with other people, but over here, no. Either you going to speak to me now or today. Shit, I'll tell anybody, shit, if you want to speak to Rita, you got till 10 p.m. Well, actually, no, you ain't got till 10 p.m. because both of my phones shut down at 9. Like, I can barely do too much. And plus, I set my phone that way anyway. But at that time, it's like if people really want to say something for you and be there for you and genuinely support you and you know what I'm saying? Even like I tell people all the time, that's why it's just like, God, why you have to give me this type of heart? Because it's like I look at situations like, girl, you could be so mean and hateful of all this stuff people did to you, you know, exploited you, stole it from you, and you still give them love. But then it's like I had to think about it. It's like, Sharita, if you call yourself a woman of faith, and it don't have to be biblical or tied to a church, it's the fact that in faith and what I know, I believe Corinthians love is not boastful. Love is not hateful. And if I ever use love, even with my children, who am I to brag about for all that love I gave you? It's understandable because it's like, hey, it's repercussions and consequences for everything we do. But it don't make me love my kids any less. It's like, oh, well, we made your kids do this type of video with the other kids and they did this and did it. Okay, it is with their kids. But in order for children to do certain things and behave in a certain way, I know because I was an abused kid, it had to been some type of adult or someone grown enough to show them this. So why would I reprimand those kids? Because there's grown adults surrounding those children. But however, I understand when it comes to my older two, there's repercussions and consequences for any and everything that we decide to do. Even with me speaking up for myself, standing up for myself, there's repercussions and consequences for any and everything we do. Accountability. It doesn't create hate. It don't create harm or anything like that. If a person, like I had to learn to be so fucking patient in situations because it's like with my oldest, I knew from the time she was born, and I remember just breaking down, going through postpartum and everything. I didn't know what postpartum depression was, but it was just like, damn, I took away that opportunity for my baby girl to have a father. But then when I had to just start building myself and get stronger, it was like, you know what? F that man. Either he gonna be here or not. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. Even if Isaiah Beard went out here and ran his mouth or whatever the case may be, from the time I was pregnant with her, and at that time, hey, I was still trying to find myself. I was 17, turning 18, having a baby. Okay. And being at that age, graduating high school, going to college, and then now in college with a baby, that was difficult. And I still didn't have no support. Oh, well, it was like when I had my daughter, it was like a control tactic for these so-called relatives. They use my kid and use me as a control tactic. Well, if you don't go do this and you don't do that, you can't get this, you can't get that. So at that point, tender age of 18, turning 19, trying to run off to New York. You get what I'm saying? Like somebody wants to know my life story. Shit, life is life. But my daughter, I just knew I was like how her soul was as a kid. And had I not kept her around them demonic end people, my baby would still have her innocence. And plus, you know, with her personality and how she is, she's just who she is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, baby, you gonna fall for the trap. You gonna fall for the, even Adrian is pretty tough now. Adrian, I give it to him, but it's like, considering the situation, once I had to do my observation around the time, he was between 10 and 12. I knew I would probably run into particular issues, but right before I left Sheila's house in October, that right there showed me everything with my son. And it broke me. Now that there broke my heart. But then I was just like, Shirley, you got to be strong. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got boys and you got girls. And you got to be everything that you needed to be and everything they need to be, even if they don't want to be there. My job, and I'm still going to carry on my duty, whether they're here or not. I have a duty. And then it was like, even then, it was just like, did I have that moment of failure? It's like, only thing I ever wanted was for my kid to have an appropriate father that can see that their mom is getting loved. But then I realized, baby, you wanting that, people will use that against you. So it was just like, I remember I went through this phase of like 3 or 4 years. I did not want to be bothered. I did not want to be bothered. And I dealt with who I wanted to deal with. But then it was just like, still, when you lay with certain people and they got spirits and entities on you, it affects you. I didn't learn that until right before I got married. But as I was learning it, that's when I got sucked back into it again. It was just like, dang. But then finally getting out and breathing, then it was like, damn, well, when this person come in, it was just like life lessons. That's why it's just like, why is she not angry? Why is it's you are not doing enough to even get me there? My kids are still alive, so I can care less. So I can still carry on what it is that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about what anybody's saying, doing out here, but it's just like that healing time of being able to speak on the fact it was like, you know what? You have to admit it to yourself. That shit gave you PTSD. Like, I'm traumatized from ever wanting to do relationships, tell another man or anybody of that matter I love them. And it's like low key, it's like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like I can understand when people, before be like, oh, I don't want no kids. And this type of situation was one of those where I could see I wouldn't want no kids in this cruel world. But it's like if I could have, did it the right way, I wouldn't want them with myself. And it's just like, truly, your heart is so innocent and so giving. You have to be so careful, baby girl. It's gonna be people wanting to wish you ill, don't want to wish you well, and it's just like people being split mind, double minds, and everything like that. And it's just like, but what are you willing to do to fix that? Like, anybody ever taken what I'm saying as an attack, your trigger, you have traumas that you need to heal, because anything that I'm saying and you doing the right thing, it should not ever trigger you. If anything, it's like, well, damn, I ain't think about it like that. I ain't really see it like that. And most people ain't gonna ever see it like that because they have an agenda. They want to attack you. They want to harm you. They want to disrespect you. They want to break you. You know what I'm saying? And once I realized that, I was just like, damn. When a person is willing to do certain things like that, you have to just step back and just let it be just that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if you want it, you will get it. Yes, when you're ready. Something about when you're ready. Signs point to yes. So are you questioning something? Are you wanting to know something? Sign without a question, the answer is yes for somebody, because you're watching me and you don't know for sure. You're questioning in your head, but you're not saying it out loud. And whoever you are that's questioning in your head, the answer is yes. But I'm not going to say it out loud. You shouldn't either. And if you choose to, there you go. And that'll prove another point. Okay? For the female, it's a no. Why you keep in no shape, form, or fashion, it's no for whoever the female is, and try again. It's just like someone not realizing, like, someone wants to be a terror while the other person wants to just like mesmerize. I love it when you talk to me, baby. Ja Rule song? I don't know. Depending on the day, it's possible. But someone's very doubtful in a situation. I don't know. Something about a conversation. Anyway, interception, as usual. I don't like that stuff. That's weird. I don't like telepathy either. But in certain instances, you have to look at situation and look at life through other people's eyes, because sometimes, like for me, I'm a firm believer. I wouldn't even care. Like some people will be like, is they cheating? Is they doing this? I don't do none of that. But by all means, if I feel like there's something dangerous going on, and the person that I care about, I'm protecting you. It's not like you a secret or nothing like that. But for whoever the person is attacking, I'm for the make sure that that person is not coming around. I'm gonna make sure this person, not know your identity, your car, where you live, just to make sure that you're not in no type of danger or nothing like that. And it was just like that last situation taught me, like, damn, when a person don't care about you in no shape, form, or fashion, regardless of what you can see in their soul and in their spirit, baby, what they do physically is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like some people be like, well, they just ain't recognize their potential. I don't care if they don't either you gonna recognize real, because game ain't gonna ever be run over here. Game gonna recognize game. But it's like, if you trying to run game just for a gain, no ma'am, no ham, no cheese, no sir, no sir, no sir. Because it's like narcissist behavior, a person that wants you to suffer off the fact because they're in their feelings, or attack you because they're mad, or allow other people to attack you and get other people to abuse you and things like that. Do you feel you will give that person a chance? Like, think about it. If somebody did what as hateful and baneful things as I'm speaking of, would you ever want that person around you? And then most people are like, hell no, they stole from you, they recorded you, they did this to you, they set you up, they took all your money, gave it to the next man or the next woman or whatever, and just had everybody around town doing this, that. Whoa. And then they work with your family. Would you ever, it's like, put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? Now, most people be like, I would have been ready to crash out. I would have took their life. Okay, good thing I'm not you and the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Sometimes you have to reevaluate the situation. What can I do in that position if I'm gone? What can I do if I'm locked up in prison? Nothing, right? So then I have to take in consideration, well, logically, on a logical level, because now I have to dismiss any emotions I have ever felt in this situation, which you'll still naturally feel it because we are humans having a human experience. So as a human being, it's natural to feel something, regardless if you're trying to run, hide it, not feel it, trying to ignore it. Because most people who want to ignore it, they're going to always cover it with some sort of addiction, shopping, eating, drugs, alcohol. The people that's trying to hide it, they fall into the habit. If it's not, drugs, alcohol, actual situation, drugs, gossiping, trying to tear people down. It's a natural, to me, it's human nature, okay? And those are people that haven't healed things. So that's why it's like, why would I get mad at the attack? But shit, if you're going to attack, let me teach you how to do that. And I'm going to do it effectively, efficiently, and it's going to be accurate. It's going to be facts. Of course, you're going to get mad. You're going to get madder and mad, but I'm not fighting fire with fire. I'm presenting facts. And there's a difference with presenting lies with the facts. You see what I'm saying? If you presenting lies, it ain't gonna go nowhere. Who cares? But when you present the facts are the facts. You can't hide or run from that. Now, what they choose to do with it, that's on them. But most of the time, when you start hiding, that's a natural, to me, basic psychology of what people will do. So that's why when people look at me, it's like, well, what does make you tick? Nothing, honestly, because most of the time I'm gonna take it and reflect on it, and it's like, okay, even though, because I have to accept the fact they're in the wrong, but they don't know that they're doing wrong. So of course they're going to feel naturally like it's okay to do that behavior and continue this on. So I have to know they don't know no better. You see what I'm saying? But I know better. So for me to keep going, it's like, damn, you're stooping to their level because you know better. You know that they're traumatized. You know they're abused. They don't know any better. But Sharita, you know better. So you might as well do a little bit better. What is causing you to still want this person in your energy? Because love can't be just the only thing. And then it's like, I also have to start seeing it's like, it hurts me because even though a person could be like, I'm talking about bad, I'm talking about bad to the bone, baby, in the worst way possible. But then it's like, you have the most potential, because I see a person's soul before I see anything. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it, but I see the soul before anything. It's like, damn, you could be great. Damn, you could do this. And of course, that would naturally make anyone feel fucking great. Of course. I mean, shit, it makes me feel great. But what can I do with potential if you're not willing to act on that? Because these be people, when you see potential, that means they're still trying to wear their mask. They're still trying to have the facade. They still want to be accepted. They still want the yes man. They still want to, be something that they're not, which is going to make it difficult for me. I'm not uncomfortable. They are. So when they're uncomfortable, they're going to naturally reject what's good. They're going to naturally want to create chaos because that's what they're used to. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, Shrita, honestly, are you mad at these people? No. But did you need to point it out? Yes, because apparently everything that's going to be surrounding those people, they ain't ever been called out. So apparently you got to call them out on they BS of what they're doing so they can actually, oh shit, either they're going to see it or they're not. And those that tend to not see it and still carry it on, it's going to come to a point where it's someone that they run into, that they really genuinely do not want to see them for who they are. And that person end up calling them out and do certain things, behave a certain way, or do something. They trust and believe me, they stop eventually. If not, baby, those usually be people leading to early passings. It happens all the time. It's psychology, it's statistics. It shit. It doesn't really require you to have sociology degree to understand that that's, a natural occurrence. To me, it's natural behavior. Only for those who don't understand. You get what I'm saying? But then it's like with me having so much understanding, it bothers me because it's like, you know what you're supposed to be doing physically, spiritually, and etherically, because it's like I'm not a natural fucking human being. So it irritates me. So it's just like, instead of causing myself the suffering, because I know a lot of people don't like to wake up, I'd rather be by myself. It just makes it easier. It makes it safer. And then I ain't even gonna hold you, it's peaceful. Because honestly, I'm not responsible for the next person's emotions. And I love that peace. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, we're going to disturb their peace. Not really, but you'll disturb your own before you disturb mine. It's like, are you perturbed? But it's just like, life happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. But the main thing of it is like, are you going to heal? It's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but everyone has to understand when you cause the harm, they're not on your time no more. What you decide to do, you don't get to delay that. You don't get to play games. Because that other person that's up and woke to that situation, they ain't have to play with you. Baby, a beautiful monster that I shall be and a beautiful monster that I am. But the choice is solely up to you what you choose to do. Are you going to choose to lie? Are you going to choose to do the right thing? And choosing to do the right thing, that shit can change your life in the craziest way. Shit, I wouldn't even care if I'm just, hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But eventually I'm going to have to soar off, baby. I got places to go, people that I must meet along this path. And if you ain't going to keep up, baby, listen, I ain't fit to keep up with nobody. You got to keep up with me. Where you going? To the moon, baby. I might be going to the galaxy, okay? I don't know. Shit, I might be going to meet the aliens, the Martians, whoever is out there in the other time zone in worldly madness. Because the Earth is something outside of Earth, okay? It might be in Venus. It might be in Saturn. I don't know, but baby, I meant for something way more than what's going on here in Earth. And some people are like, that's weird. That don't make sense. To you, don't. But in logical sense, you seen rocket ships before, right? You seen a spaceship that they shoot off in the sky, right? So apparently it's real. It's realistic. I can put my eyes on it. I can see it. I can point at it and shit. All it takes is for you to go to fucking Titusville and be like, ooh, it's a spaceship. You see what I'm saying? So it's a real thing. It's a possibility. But I feel like it's going to require to have a whole bunch of change to be able to do that, right? Right. So it's just like, hey, that's where I want to go. But if that's not where that person want to go, they want to go to Guantanamo and shit like that. Yeah, they trying to do simple shit. No, I'm trying to see the moon, baby. I'm trying to see the stars. I'm trying to be at peace. I like serenity. I like serenity. I'm not arguing with you. Listen, I ain't arguing with you. This is a discussion. But if you want an argument, you ain't going to win it. But, the great debaters, okay? But I also have great haters at the same time. But it's just like, let things be what it's going to be, and happiness will set you free at all. But the truth shall set you free. You know what I'm saying? Never settle for the lie. Because, your eyes will tend to deceive you at times. Sometimes your ears too, but it's like, what are you choosing to believe? What are you choosing, to do? Because shit, we all bleed blue until it turns red. But somebody got anxiety like a motherfucker. Who the fuck? Get off of here. You got real bad anxiety. Some people be, by no means. People be trying to find souls. It's like I was channeling for a second, my bad. Telepathy, I gotta block it off really bad, because this is like somebody that Folks probably taught them how to do some nonsense like that, and that shit is not cute at all. I don't like that. That's an invasion. That's crossing a boundary. Is either you talk to me physically or get the fuck on. Because to me, I'm going to still feel like you're playing a game for a game. But either way it goes, know who you are. Because most people be trying to be like, oh, they're in their ego and they're in pride. Sir, ma'am, listen, my ego and pride died a long time ago. Okay? Homelessness will humble the heck out of you. This wasn't the first time someone did the R word to me and recorded shit. They got VHSs from ridiculous nonsense that used to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But under no circumstances, perhaps. Somebody is so doubtful in my energy. I don't know. Somebody like, do you have a mental condition? I don't know. I don't care. But naturally just do what you're supposed to do. Be who you are. Do what makes you happy. Because shit, when you want to be happy, baby, happiness sometimes will require you to cut off family, friends, you know, the outside world for a little bit, just to have that piece of fucking happiness that you know make you happy, feel safe, and for you to grow. Because it's like now I'm having to be like, well, dang, God, are you just putting me in people? It's like, it made me think about that song, what's it called? Bad by Wale. She hurt feelings, she break hearts. Phone number changed by tomorrow. Like, I feel like I'm the woman to come in people's life to help them change and then keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll just allow it to be what it is, but it's like, don't expect for me to be the person who I used to be, because where I used to be, I was like, shit, that fucked me up. It almost cost me, and I was like, I won't ever be that person again. I'm not able to. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't afford to be that person no more. So it's just like, it's just going to be what it is. But it's like, shit, for somebody to try to kill my self-esteem, my confidence, trying to humble, trying to cause karma, shit, anybody doing dumb shit, they going to feel it way before I ever do. That's why it's like, you can sit here, I'm going to do this ritual and light this candle, and I want him to, you better go get this. He better not do nothing. It's your problem. You the one scared, not him. Take your ass to Idaho, because I's not the hoe. Use the hoe. Use the hoe. Somebody's gonna be like, I'm gonna tell them that I'm very unusual. I'm different. What can I say? That's why they love it here. It's a safe space, for one. They know I'm not gonna lie. That's two. And they're naturally able to be who the fuck they are. Okay? But they know I'm not going to play that stupid shit, because I take shit serious. I do shit with intention, not fakeness. I don't have to be fake. I'm naturally myself, and no one tends to believe it until after they fucking leave. But then it's like, me, there's the door. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You hear what I'm saying? And don't ever allow that to make you cold. Because it's like, I look at this shit, it's like, God damn. How people did you, you could have, listen, when I say revenge, oh, if I really wanted revenge, trust and believe me, all this shit going on, it would have stopped a long time ago. I just want to see how far they going to take it this time. Because it's like, when it's time for me to have my fun, because I was like, for me in this situation, I was like, it was a whole bunch of 304s doing this shit. I said, you got a whole bunch of doorknobs around your ass? I'm like, yeah, you a goer. You go for anything easy, and I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You can only get what you are, but it was like, oh, with that one, it comes with being accountable. Like, I want to smash and run, and I don't want to talk about it. Nah, bitch, you coming over here, you going to talk about that shit. Because, baby, I trust and believe you. I'll be the motherfucker like, come on in. Come on, come get it. 911, what you done did? I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. I ain't anything about it. They just, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, revenge, you must be having a laugh. I'm always fucking having a laugh. I don't think so. Anything is possible. Even Mission Impossible was possible, right? Kim Possible, page me, beat me, if you want to beat me. What the fuck that was? I don't know. I should watch a cartoon. That's probably what it means. Watch cartoons. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Anyways, for somebody, I hope that pep talk was something for you to understand. Like, start looking at the world in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not meant to just like try to break you down. Everybody ain't trying to tell you shit just to make you feel bad about shit. No. Accept the shit. Take accountability. Shit. If you lied, you lied. If you stole, you stole. You did what you did. You didn't mean it. Like, what's the R. Kelly? I don't mean it. Shit. But if you meant to, you meant to. Shit. I did it because I felt like doing it. Own that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever allow somebody else's situation, because it'll be, must be a gullible man falling for something that ain't don't need to be gullible for. But it also be dirty foots that be feeling like they think they mad at me because I'm pretty. Baby, you're pretty ugly. If you ask me, superficially, any person that falls for anything superficial, and especially if it's a man, he's the HOE, and he do it for free, and he gonna do the bare minimum. If it's a woman, and she be like, oh, he got money, she just there for your money, sir. But hey, who am I to tell them? Because most of the time they don't listen, because it's like, oh, look at this, it's pretty. And she's super, super pretty, but ugly soul, but always in your pocket, sir. She'll mess with everybody in your home. Mama, daddy, granny, uncle, papa, all of them. If she's with, like, no, you should stay with me, and I'm gonna give you this, and I got this, and they gotta bait you in, sir. You only there for one thing, and trust and believe me, they hidden everything that you ever touched, that you said was a friend, family, or relative, whoever. Trust and believe that. On the man's end, if he just going for you for looks, most likely you're just a cover. Most likely you're just a cover. Because what you about to discover, I'm trapped in the closet type shit. You know what I'm saying? It really be that. Based off experience and being around the situation, always having to be the last person to find out, that's usually what it is. But do you think I give a shit? No, because it's not my problem. It's a them thing. They got to deal with that. And they just getting mad because you got found out, so you want to hurt me, because that don't even sound right. So you're struggling to accept yourself, so you get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just that type of person, because it's like, what the fuck I'm gonna be mad for? Congratulations. Do y'all both want, do y'all need a snack? Do y'all need a music playlist? You know what I'm saying? Because feeling on a booty, whatever the case may be, is it hard like a rock? Because I don't ever think that it looks natural. It look like it smells. So it's just like, hey, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful. Look at those situations. Just always, okay? Just look through eyes, through certain things. Take off the the rose-colored lenses, and look at it clearly. Like, see it through. You know what I'm saying? Don't make excuses. Anytime you got to make excuse for a situation, just know it wasn't meant for you in the first place. Because it's like, damn, I'm second, third, fourth question myself. When you get to a point, this is one valid thing, and I'm going to go. Any time that you have to ask yourself a question in your mind, right? And I had to learn this the hard way. If I'm sitting here like, Sharita, what you gonna eat today? And I'm keep going, what I'm gonna eat? What I'm gonna eat? And then I go outside of myself. Mind you, you probably ought to have been like, I should have ate salmon. You probably already said what you wanted to eat, right? But then you start questioning everybody around you. At that point, you know you done lost whatever it is that you questioning. Does my person love me? Like, when it came to me doing readings and stuff like that. And I also had to learn from myself, anytime that you have to ask someone outside of you, the answer is going to already be no. Why? Because you didn't trust your own response in the first place. If your heart was telling you, yes, I need to do this, but then you was like, but I went through, then no, leave it alone. But if your first instinct was yes, you should have went that yes. But if at any given moment that you're sitting here thinking once, then you got to think twice. But then that third time, now you asking everybody around you, but your first answer was already yes to yourself. And then you got to go to maybe not. Well, let me ask such and such. Then don't do it. Because once you decide to do that, now you're giving other people in situations, power and control over whatever decision that you already know what you want to make, but based off the fact that you already opened your mouth to ask other people, now you're going to feel entitled or obligated to fulfill what you had this discussion with. So if they were like, nah, you shouldn't do all of that, naturally, in a natural human habitat, in a natural human psychological brain, you're going to want to do or people please because you went outside of yourself to ask something that you had already originally answered for yourself. Because it'll be, say you have a room of 9 people, and out of the 9 people, you had 5 people say yes. And then the other 4 was like, no. But out of the 5 people that you already, basically like votes, or if you did politics and shit, it's no difference. 5 yeses, 4 no's. That 5 yeses gonna win, right? So you're gonna do what those 5 yeses is in your brain expecting you to do. So meaning you already, regardless, well, these 5 said yes, these 4 said no. You're gonna go with what the yes said, but versus being unbiased, and it's like, well, if I did give it a try, okay, if you did give it a try, what's the possibility? You will never know because you never tried. You fail every opportunity that you never attempt or try to go ahead to fulfill. And that's a given fact. You won't ever succeed until you know what failure looks like. Most people feel like they know what it is until they don't. Oh, I know what this is. And no, have you failed before? That's equivalent to taking a test and you failed 2, 3, 4 times. What have you learned from the 2, 3, 4 times that you failed, right? All right. So out of those 2, 3, 4 times that I failed, what did I learn? Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't say that. Shit, maybe I shouldn't have answered it that way. Shit, maybe I should pay more it's only an A, B, C, D. It's multiple choice. It's not asking me to think, it's not asking you to think logical, right? Most of the time, my problems that I had during testing was I was too logical versus, hey, I already knew they want the book answers. Even though I knew most of the book answers were wrong and wasn't fully in detail, but I was failing. But then when I realized that clicking coming in, hey, you gotta answer these questions based off of what's in the book. Even though you know it's not all the way fully true, I gotta answer the questions based off the book. But then if I look at the situation in another hand, and I'm taking away textbooks and I'm taking away all of these things, now you get to answer how you should answer, right? No question is the wrong question, right? Or no question that you ask is a dumb question. Because every dumb question will be a question that you end up realizing everybody else could have possibly had that same question. So how would you know the answer? I'm going to fail in order to have to ask the question. And once I ask the question, I will get an answer. AKA the Bible script. Ask, and then you shall receive, right? Ask a question, you get answered the question. Knock, and the door shall be open, right? Not everybody will open the door because they want to keep out. But other people open it to invite in, right? So you just have to switch your brain up. Switch it up. Think it a little bit different. Because every time some people, when you know a traumatized person, they so scared of fucking open up. They're going to run away from what the fuck is real. It's going to scare them every time. Truth shall set you free, right? So when you start speaking truth, you start speaking fact. And people that are not ready to live in reality, they're going to run from that. They're going to attack. Because it destroys everything that they have felt to be true and not ever experienced. False realities cause harsh realities. You can't have one without the other. You're not going to ever succeed without failing first. So in order for you to have the best success, I would rather fail 3 times and pass on my best success that next time. 3rd time's the charm, right? They say. But sometimes you round them all 3 up. It's going to be 2 successes that you end up getting from that 1 to 3 failures. You win every time that you just sit there and say, hey, I'm going to surrender. Players fuck up sometimes. We fuck up. But am I going to fuck up and stay fucked up? Or I'm going to shut the fuck up, sit back, stand back, self-reflect. Hey, I may need to fix this. I do need to work on that. When you can get so fucking real and raw with yourself, you're so untouchable. You'll be so untouchable. When you can get real raw with yourself, like, you start winning shit that you don't even realize you're winning. Some people be like, they're manipulative. They're bitch, the only person being manipulative is you. The facts are the facts is that you just mad because you can't physically say shit and you want to attack and you get mad. You don't know how to control yourself. That's basic self-discipline. Provoking someone to do something, have a reaction or a behavior for your agenda, that speak more on your psychological issue than what it is of you making an issue of someone who's not even concerned about you. When a person gets called out, they're going to always feel attacked when it's accurate. What they call, you hit the bull's eye. Whenever they get the shaking, they get nervous, and they got to call in the crowd. Baby, I'm one man. I've been one woman by myself, by my lonesome. Ain't nobody else been here. So people, oh, they got this type of, I ain't got no type of people in my pocket, okay? I don't have no type of friends. You don't see me testing nobody. You don't see me doing shit. But minding my motherfucking business, but minding the motherfuckers and checking them at the door. You're getting a little bit too disrespectful on the spiritual, so let me help you out on the spiritual shit, because now it's like, is you mind reading, bitch? And it is, and will. You want to invade privacy, let me invade yours. Fair is fair. Just us. That's why it's called justice. Just us. Just the two of us. You try me if you can, because I'm going to make you see the sunshine again, okay? I'll start singing Stevie Wonder on your ass, okay? Turn into a little orphan Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow. Let me not be petty today, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Just slow your roll, know your lane. But it's always, 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 always important to do the right thing, even if it make you look bad. That's the strongest person in the room. You ain't know that? I used to fear that. The strongest person in the room is the person that can understand that even in truth, it's the truth though. So honestly, just think about it. How can you harm someone who stands in truth? How are you going to embarrass a person that's already standing in truth? When you know the answer to that, ain't no answer to it, stupid. Because somebody like, let me Google. Bitch, if you already know the fucking answer and the person is telling you the truth, you can't. You're not able. I ain't gonna say can't, because can't, it means it's just that you don't want to. You don't want to see it. See? But you're not able to shake or discourage or harm or humiliate anyone who's already in a humble state. You're in the most humblest state when you stand in truth. That's like somebody, oh, you're a lesbian. And if I was, because I'm not, but I would be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to go out of my motherfucking way to prove that shit. If that's what you choose to believe, that is on you, because guess what? I know my truth. See? Oh, easy. It's easy peasy. But then it's also at the same time, shit, Dominique Weldon, don't even think that I forgot about you being tied to Regina Taylor. So if you over here, honey, find you something safe to do too. But the biggest part of this situation is when you see yourself in your truth, who can be against you? Nobody. Because guess what? When you're in truth, people will always want to search or look for something to go on you, to talk about you, about what are you talking about? They're honest. What are you talking about? Look at their body, but look at yours. You don't even like yours. Shit, you're mad because you got to change or want to enhance or want to add to. Look at you, you're getting mad because in my truth, baby, it's been times where I looked at that stomach like, oh girl, look at them scratch marks. Look at how that stomach. And I had to be honest with myself because it's like, damn, Shorty, you let yourself get there. You had too many snacks. But me being raw with myself and honest with myself, who are you to say shit about me? A goofy. a goofy. Because now you look at stuff like, well, shit, how can I embarrass them? You're not. What you gonna do? Set me up to cause me to be harmed, get drugged, to make it look like I'm dirty or I'm this toot or whatever. You're doing that. Because eventually, when you start paying for private investigators, lawyers, and you bring them in, naturally they're going to hack the phones. Naturally, they got to look and see what you're looking at. What are you watching? Are you searching something? Are you texting someone? That's naturally the job of these people in those situations. And in those situations, and per investigations, even if someone tried to elaborate, do that, eventually the right people are going to come in. Can we see your phone? You sure the fuck can. Shit. What the fuck I had to hide? Not a damn thing. I don't do friends. I don't date. I don't care to be around people. So what much you going to find? My own personal videos that I make myself? My TikTok? My YouTube? Amazon? Hulu? What are you finding? Nothing. Right? So it's just like, well, I'm going to make fun of their hair. And I'm going to make fun. Bitch, congratulations. You want a cookie? Her wig don't look like this. And so, but if I want to be petty, your man like it. It's just like, it's simple shit. It's just like, most of the time I have to look at a situation, more people will be triggered by me than I ever would be triggered by them. And then this like a situation where people have to learn in this value situation. This is why we do not cross Rita. This is even like I can speak on the strength that in any part of this situation, and I know I'm not meeting with the boys in blue. I won't meet with these motherfuckers. I will be meeting with like big time people, federal people. And you want to know what's going to be said? And they probably going to come with fucking laughs on their face because most of them going to be like, damn, this is a serious case, but this motherfucker's stone cold. It's not that I'm stone cold. It's logic. Because when you're dealing with court cases and you're dealing with situations, they're banking on you to be emotional. Especially in court cases. They bank on you psychologically, emotionally to be emotional when it comes to court cases. So when you having to think about situations, you must be logical. So they need you to behave illogically, right? They need you to make dumb decisions, dumb choices. Hey, that's like, hey, your whole family been wiped out. Okay, I'm gonna cry in that second, in that moment. You pick yourself the fuck back up. You put on your big girl panties, or whatever the fuck it is that you put on. You pull them up and you're saying, all right, what do we have next? What question? Like, I have to be more focused on what, cry later, deal with the problem now, cry later. Logical. I don't know where someone felt like, oh, we can do spiritual work. We can do mental, psychological, energy. That's the stupidest thing if someone already knows how to counteract it, but it was just like, well, damn, we can't do hypnosis. I'm not going to see any of it until I walk into a court house with federal people, not state of Florida people, federal. Shit, low-key, I ain't even going to hold you for how elaborate and how far this shit is. I really need to be dealing with the White House federal motherfucking people with this situation. I ain't trying to hold you. Because it's like how far certain things is when, and we getting snipers, we getting false court cases, we using political figures. That's federal. So all the minor stuff that they doing now, granted, do these so-called people that call their relatives need to be locked the fuck up? Hell yes. Because if I was any person that helped the motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck how dirty you did it. Snitch on them motherfuckers. Get you some motherfucking, listen, get y'all some immunity before they try to come get y'all. Because can't nobody say I ain't warned you, because it's like, yeah, they may have gave up money and helped all of y'all people. Y'all don't think for a second that they ain't willing to drop the dime just to make sure that the heat don't go on to them? It's just like you have to be mindful about how people bring you ideas, suggestions, situation. Oh, trust and believe me. Y'all the lower end, and for them to bring you in and to lure you in, to offer you this opportunity to be in groups and shit, trust and believe me, to them already, they are looking at you to be the scapegoat of their own situation. You gotta be smart. That's why as you doing criminal shit, you gotta have some serious fucking discipline. That's why I was like, Rita, on either end, if I decided to be a fucking criminal, I'll be great at it. That for sure I know. I will be like the top class. Shit, I'll probably be Reddington. If you ain't ever watched Blacklist, that was my shit. I was basically like Reddington, okay? The world's most wanted woman in the world. Shrita, what the fuck did you do? What did I not do? But then I also think like shit, the person that's just so innocent, a goody two shoes. I'm great at it. But it's called shit. Be truthful. Be honest. Motherfucker, did you just go ahead and stop wars? I stopped the war. I got them to come sing Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Shit. It's like, motherfucker, stop wars, stop hate and shit like that. I know I would be great at it. I would be great at it. There's nothing now that in this place where it's like I'm not grateful for it. Like I'm so grateful for it that I'm not in a place to not be grateful for the pain. Like I'm super grateful for the pain. I'm super grateful for the hate because it allowed me to observe people, places, things, situations in a whole different way. Why should I continue to be hurt for what a heart naturally desires? Who am I to, I mean, shit, maybe I could be a cyborg. I don't know. But it's just like how I have to see the world and gain different perspective of situations. It's like, Shruti, why would you be mad at another human being? Because you have to take it up with yourself because you took the action. You allowed those people to be there. And granted, you may not have been able to process right then and there at that moment because I was blinded of emotion. Now I know not to ever put my emotions into anything until it's proven that that person is willing to put their emotion. Because guess what? I'm not concerned about anything because I know any man that would ever get me, baby, he got a solid one. You ain't got to worry about me cheating, lying, none of that shit. I'm at where I'm at. I'm doing what I said I'm doing. That period, point blank. Because I know what type of woman I am before that man even comes in. I'm too loyal for certain shit. That's why it's like, I'm a great candidate for anyone. Shit, Forbes person. It could be a king, a queen. It could be any fucking body. I know I'm a great fit for it. Why? Because I know I'm solid. But right now and in this situation, it's just like, hey, Sharita, this is for you. It's like, it's the shit. It is Friday. It's about to be 7 p.m. Friday. Is it 98 degrees, 97 degrees, or whatever the fuck she said? I ain't got no man, and no man ain't got me, baby. and I'm getting back in shape and doing what I'm supposed to do. So why should I ever be concerned about anything or anyone or what somebody's saying about me? Because why? I respect the fact that you kept it to the left. Okay? To the left, to the left. Okay? I'm proud to be who I am. It's not being prideful. It's not being boastful. I'm just happy for how far I've come and where I'm about to go. Because here, that's wasn't all for me. That was for me to see, learn, understand, process, to recognize it, to keep fucking going. Because anybody else in it, kick rocks, stub your toe, okay? Run into the fucking wall, okay? Be like the bird that flies into the fucking glass. It's like play in traffic. You're safer in traffic than trying to fuck with me, okay? That's like blow your cover if you please. Lie to yourself and don't lie to me. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Shit, you ain't got a lie to kick it with me. Shit, just be who you are, motherfucker. That's why the gay boys love being over here. It's like, Rita, you just... I don't. But if you do some fuck shit, I'm gonna shut that bitch down. You understand? And be like, you ain't got... What the fuck I'm gonna feel bad for? Do you want to be loved and respected and heard? Or do you just want to still feeling like the other shit? Because it's like people want you to feel rejected. For what? That rejection is your protection. So anybody rejecting me was for my own fucking good. And then I also had to understand, like, damn, Sharita, you can say some hateful ass shit that a lot of people can't come back from. I was like, you know what? Yeah. Most of the time I be about one sentence, one paragraph, one saying away from making motherfuckers have heart attacks and shit. It's like, they already suffering in the world. So it's like, choices and options. The choice is theirs. But then it's like in a professional sense, people know, don't cross that line. Don't come over here fucking with my work. I got shit to do. And you coming over here fucking with me? Shit, go fuck with your boss. Don't come fuck with me, okay? But they knew I would be on my shit though. That's why I was like, when that military shit came in, I was like, ah, ha ha, like ha ha, ha ha, because I was like, physical therapist believes that was the old NCO. Was he our squad leader? He wasn't ever our platoon sergeant. And if he was, it was like for like a week or two or something like that. And I was just like, at this point, anybody trying to make me feel discouraged, I was like, you must be a stupid, never mind, Sheree, be nice. Be nice. But today's been a day. But it was so grateful because I was like, why would someone want to do work or energetic work to make somebody gain weight? Why would somebody want someone to stop exercising or writing? Because I know the shit I be saying be making people fucking reflect. And even people in the fucking politics and federal positions like this bitch will make you think, and will. And will, okay? We will rock you. Shit. What's that song? Oh, what is that called? 3 Days of Grace? I hate everything about you. Why do I? That was my shit. But it's just like everything. Yes, I have an eclectic music taste, guys. No discrimination, okay? Just shiver me timbers. Who the fuck still says that? Yeah, this is definitely military people. Because for me to channel those type of songs, what the fuck do y'all want? You better hurry the fuck up and finish this shit. Get your warrants out to these little, scoundrels and ingrates really quick, okay? And then we can do what the fuck we need to do. But I'm working from home, regardless. I would rather contract and be in my own house. This is peaceful because I'm too sensitive to energy right about now. Because I know if I go outside, I will pick up some more shit I ain't got no business. And considering that I know something is very strategic and needs to be kept quiet, it's much safer for me to be inside than being outside. And it's like people, she's scared to come outside. No, Dick Tracy. I'm actually trying to save some people because considering how deep and how fast shit can go left, and it has went left, and about 1 or 2 situations so far since over the last 2 weeks, shit has went left. But they have to build certain shit for certain cases. So I know better. So in this situation, I gotta let you fuckers do your job. But do your job and make sure my shit go in rotation so I can start making my fucking money. Whatever you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But if this militant, can I get some instructions and some orders, please? Okay? What can I say? What can I not say at this time? Because it's a lot of stuff that come in and sensitive information, and I want to avoid that. I'm making sure that we're not doing something of national security. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Somebody is asking something, and that card clearly said, no, go away. All right. So, all right. Someone is from the Caribbean from here. Erie, the Caribbean, Trinidadian, Guyanese, Virgin Islands, Jamaica, something. I don't know. Find something better to do. What do you think? I don't know what somebody's planning to do. All right, let me tap out because something's going on. And I don't feel like I'm supposed to speak on it at this time. Yeah, I'm definitely not supposed to be speaking on something that's going on. Y'all be great. I hope that some of this life advice that I had to learn on my own fucking accord by busting my own ass a few times. And, my bunch of fucking fuck ups. But shit, people fuck up in life. The fuck? Who are you to penalize? It'd be motherfuckers trying to penalize me and they still putting shit up their nose. Like, who the fuck are you? No, what are you doing? Y'all be great. Y'all be blessed. Y'all do what you can. Don't forget to support both here, the TikTok, Miss Rita Lotus, and Miss Panthologist, which is still set on private at this time. And whatever else comes up. Be great.